Welcome to the final episode of JaCornsCorner Volume 2, where we talk about the mummy because it sucked.
Yes, that was probably the worst offender, more than the Wolfman.
The Wolfman was at least funny. Sure, we made it funny, but it was at least funny.
Well, you know what's funny? Because it's funny. It's funny that we make things funny. I don't know. I just you said funny, then I said funny, and I was like, well, let's keep playing. No, it's I don't want to say funny again, but it's funny that the Wolfman, the first when we watched it, I was like, wow, this is like the worst. And then now watching this, the Mummy, it's like this is even worse.
Okay, so we both kind of didn't really pay attention to this movie.
This is the first one where like nothing grabbed me until like the very end of the movie. Like I can tell you what happens at the end because that was the most interesting part. But this beginning shit.
Okay,
well, before we get into it, who gives a why are you here? Skip ahead. I don't care. I've seen your comments. When we were watching, I was doing some research. I was researching these actors, and I found out that the doctor or the scientist or whatever you want to call him, he's been in the majority of them that we watched. He was in the Dracula. He was in, I think he was in Frankenstein. He wasn't in the Wolfman because I mean, who would want to be in that? But you know, he was in the Mummy, and then we find out that there's a whole vast universe of this stuff. I mean, greater than Marvel.
No, I think there's more than 30 Marvels now.
Well, I should have had this ready to go. You know, we were on Amazon. As of today's recording, which probably when this comes out, it won't be. You know, you missed the Prime Day sale on October 11th. Every time you go to Amazon, do you see that? You go to Amazon, it's like, hey, by the way, there's a sale. So if you have a monster movie collection, and then you get the Universal Classic Monster Collection, which he's got, you know, for $24 for 6 films, you could get the Classic Monster Collection for $75 as of this recording. So it may not be there anymore, but it's 30 movies now. As I'm doing my research, because I'm more interested in this fucking movie, and I'm just gonna keep dragging this on until. But you know, there's let's you get the Family Opera, The Invisible Man. Well, we already watched that. Never mind. You get The Mummy's Tomb, The Mummy's Ghost, House of Frankenstein, The Mummy's Curse, The Invisible Man's Revenge. I mean, didn't he get revenge in the first movie? I don't know.
No, he died in the first movie.
You get She-Wolf of London. You can get Revenge of the Creature.
Dracula's I like how you're daughter. Reading these backwards.
Oh, I'm just reading. I'm just going off. I didn't want to go through all of them, but you get The Son of Dracula. So, if you're at number 6 and you've watched the first 5 and you're like, huh. You can go on Amazon and get for $75, 30 film collection of the universe. Better than Marvel. And a point.
I think there might be more Marvel movies though.
I think there might be, and they might be more. The Marvel movies actually might be more intact, but they're also killing it right now because they're putting all these TV shows on that suck. But for some reason, IGN's like, this is a 9 out of 10.
Well, yeah, this is what they do.
But anyway, were you gonna say get ready in the movie?
Yeah, I was just
gonna... So now that we're almost 4 minutes in,
so the movie starts in 1921 with these dudes in Egypt. They uncover the mummy and his box that contains a box inside of a box.
Yeah, J-Up said that this was weird, but I just bought a pillowcase or a full.
I didn't say it was weird. I said it was stupid.
Oh, yeah. You said stupid. I was like, well, in 2022, you know, they still do it because I got a bag within a bag within a bag of stuff. So. And
inside the triple box is a scroll of Thoth that can revive the dead, which we see when the young boy man reads it and not Frankenstein.
No, every time we start, it did not go off once we were watching the movie. It's Kenny out there probably grilling again.
So it awakens the mummy, who's played by the guy who played Frankenstein's monster, and he just kind of leaves, and the young boy man has a laughing fit, and then dies after being admitted to the hospital. And one of the expedition guys is like, "Yep, nope, never going back to Egypt. Nope, my son can go. I'm not going." So 10 years later, his son's there, and they're getting ready to leave because they haven't found anything worth finding. And this dried out prune man just shows up. He's like, "Yo, I found this rock. Follow me. There might be more."
Spoiler alert, it's Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster.
It's the mummy. This dried out prune man is the mummy. Wow.
He survived! He's alive!
And so they find a crypt. And
did you explain that he can't dig for it?
Yeah, he's not allowed to because it'd be sacrilegious. Which we'll find out later is kind of bullshit. Of why he wouldn't do it himself. And so they unearth his wife. They take the wife coffin to the museum, and the mummy is like, does he get? He takes the scroll and he tries to revive his wife out of the sarcophagus, and it doesn't work, but it does. More or less brainwash this one lady.
Well, I think it shows that her soul is. I think because he's got like a pool that has like sea.
Yeah,
things.
he's got a jacuzzi, a magic jacuzzi,
and that's where he sees that the lady. He's like, "Oh my god, that's my wife."
But before that happens,
she's looking good for 3,000 years old.
She goes. She leaves the party and she goes to the museum and she's banging on the door and she can't get in. Meanwhile, the mummy. There's a security guard who comes.
This is the greatest scene.
He comes in the room. He sees the dude leaning over with he's got a jar, like a little like a lantern, and he blows it out. So he's in the dark now, and the dude turns the light on, and the mummy gets up. He's just like, nobody hustles over to the other light.
You literally see him walk over to the switch and turn it off.
He flicks the switch and he tries to run away.
And the guard's like, "Where'd you go?"
And then the guard dies of natural causes.
Yeah, being strangled by Frankenstein.
And what happens is the scientist guys now have the scroll, and some more nonsense happens, and they're like, "Hey, he's gonna try to take your wife or your girlfriend or this lady that you like," and the main guy's like, "Oh no, I can't do that." Anyway. It's kind of.
What are you gonna tell me? You got Frankenstein conquers the world.
I told you that months ago.
Well,
literally months ago.
Damn.
Anyway, so it's a whole lot of nothing that happens. It feels like just filler of like the mummy doing things, trying to get his girl to come to him, and the main guy gets an amulet and he gets knocked out because he's stupid. He's like, "Well, I'm just gonna give it to the girl because like she doesn't need it."
So basically, what we were gonna do is we're just gonna recopy the Dracula episode because towards the end it just turns into the Dracula ending.
And yeah, so the dude's dad dies because he was gonna burn the scroll. And
oh, I thought we were farther in.
We were, and then I backtracked because this is kind of important.
I'm lost now.
So the dad tries to burn the scroll, and the mummy's like, he's got his magic jacuzzi. He's like, no burn scroll. And so what he does is he commands his thrall to burn some newspapers and then steal the scroll. And that's where the dude gets the amulet, because like the one guy has a degree in the occult. And he's just like, well, you gotta use the old gods to fight this guy, because they're the ones who were really mad at him because he did a thing. And then we learn what the thing was. When his girlfriend died, the mummy stole the scroll back in the early days, tried to do the ritual, and then he got caught. But he couldn't turn off the lights this time because, the lights were on the torches held by the guards. And so they're like, well, death. Dead.
No, so it's funny because, he wanted to revive his girlfriend. So they kill him, and then they put the scroll with them when they kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so then he wakes up and his girlfriend's alive. I mean, that's the nicest way. Like they were like thinking ahead of time. They're like, how do we help this guy?
But yeah, so like
the heroes of the story.
So
the unsung heroes.
It ends with boyfriend man coming in, and with they're back at the museum. God, I'm sorry, this is bad. and the mummy's doing his ritual to kill his girlfriend to make her a living mummy. That's a line that's said.
Yeah, instead, I told Jacob, I was like, you know, if he would just like said, because I mean, I think he was down for the sandpaper dick, but if Frankenstein would have just let her live, you know, till like her, you know, she's in her, 80s and then she passes away, and then revived her.
I'm sure, yeah, she would have been fine with that. Anyway, she gets off the bed that she's on, and she's like, "Help me, old gods!" And the old gods are like, "Aight," and they light the scroll on fire, and then the mummy turns to dust. And then it fades to black. It's a universal. And then it was over. God, this movie sucked. It was really boring.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, just a couple minutes ago, it's almost like I didn't realize it, but the ending of Dracula is like almost identical to the ending of the Mummy. The boyfriend is stupid, and then his girlfriend gets taken, and then he and the guy who's in all the other movies run and chase after the Mummy, or chase after Dracula, or whatever.
Chase after the monster, yeah.
And then the monster's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a nap." I mean, he didn't take a nap, but he essentially took a nap. And then he like tried to control them, and then
he tried to use his Green Lantern ring on them.
But somehow, since they had the totem or whatever.
No, it's because the girlfriend
the power of friendship.
Yeah, sure, why not? The power of the old gods, the power of love and life and friendship and all that. Just shot out an ancient Egyptian laser, lit shit on fire, and then the mummy just kind of stood there and
he was like, "Well,"
and he cross-faded into dust.
Yeah, this. So, out of all the movies, which one was your favorite? Which one was not your favorite? Which one did you hate? Which one did you like?
I think my favorite was the John Cena movie,
Invisible Man.
Yeah, and then my least favorite was. It's really tossed up between this and Bride of Frankenstein.
See, okay, so I think my favorite one was probably Invisible Man, just because I mean it was funny. My least favorite one was probably The Mummy, because it, like all the other movies, like it caught my attention. Like every movie, I was checking my phone. Like I won't lie, but like I would be watching it. This movie was just kind of like, I just don't care. It's like you go off the high off the Invisible Man, which I thought for sure was gonna be a low, because it's the Invisible Man, and you get this mummy, who's like if he would just been nice. I mean, here's the thing: if he would just treated her nice, like, "Hey, I got some free food for you. Hey, I'm not gonna keep you locked in this room," because she didn't want to be in this room because she was locked. I mean, she would have loved him. She wanted that sandpaper dick. She wanted it. I mean, she was all down for it. And then he's like, "By the way, I gotta
never get all down for sandpaper dick.
By the way, I gotta kill you." And she's like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, because your soul needs to be reborn." When she burns the body, where's the soul gonna go? Did you not think that went through?
It's gonna like go out into the afterlife, and then Osiris is gonna be there with his tennis racket. And he's just gonna smack, and it's gonna come right back into her body.
But like these people back in the 30s don't, they think a lot of this through. They just
look, man has had blue balls for almost 4,000 years. Of course, he's not thinking.
Oh, the other part that we didn't bring in. There's a couple times where the line, there's only like 2 times where the line almost got messed up because she was talking to her boyfriend or something, and she's like,
she kind of
blah 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 blah, Frank. Like she was like, "What's your name again?" And then there was a scene where they brought a dog in.
And she's like, "Your dog," or the mummy's like, "Your dog is scared. Here, my thrall will take care of it." And like she attempts to hand it to him, and she just fucking drops.
She looks at it and she's like, Well, nobody said cut, so I guess it was keep asking.
Yeah, and the dude kind of looks down too, like, huh.
Well, nobody said cut, so I guess I'm gonna pick this up.
I'll just close the door and we'll end this scene.
The other, besides that one scene that we talked about, we liked. My favorite scene is when the lady came back, and she's like, "Yeah, I just need to go out for a walk because I feel like I'm trapped in here." He's like, "I took the dog." He's like, "Oh, where's the dog at?" Well, he's dead. I mean,
ow.
He just died. Okay, like it happens. Don't ask me. Like if you're gonna think about it, if you're gonna tell a story, you're gonna lie. You got. I told you she's down for this fucking sandpaper dinner. She wanted it so bad, and then fucking Frankenstein was just like, "I gotta kill you."
Frankenstein.
Did you just notice I keep calling him Frankenstein?
I think that might be the first time I've noticed it.
I've been just calling him Frankenstein the whole time. Oh, and then another fun flirt. You guys, if you guys want to leave it, we're done with this. We're just having laughs now because
yeah, this is the wind up phase or the wind down phase of this whole Scarecorn.
So, Frankenstein's monster. How tall do you think he is? Without googling it, put in the comments below.
4'8".
He is 5'11". 5'11".
Yeah. The Boris was very short apparently.
But
wasn't the Wolfman like 6'2"?
Yeah, and the Wolfman's 6'2". And he looked like he was about to shit himself every fucking second. Told people were like, "Oh my god,
look, toilets were hard to come by.
I can't sit down in here." Oh. No, but
he wasn't potty trained yet.
No, but this Universal, if you guys like it, like I said, this is gonna be coming out a little bit later. So this, if you like it, we'll wait till it goes on sale again. If it goes on sale, but we'll do a whole universe of the, we're 6 in. There's only 24 more.
Yeah, there's only 24.
This is Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh, not Phantom of the Opera.
Also, I found another movie collection. It was 30 monster movies for $12. That's pretty good. I mean,
yeah, and only one of them sounded appealing.
Was that Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, that's Little Shop of Horrors.
I mean, that's kind of worth it. If you get like 30 movies, but you get the one, you're like, hey, well,
I mean,
I got Little Shop of Horrors. I mean, yeah, that's $12 right there.
Yeah, I bought Little Shop of Horrors for $12, and they sent me 29 other movies.
But I hope you guys enjoyed. I let Jacob take the lead on this, so all credit goes to him.
That was unfortunate because I didn't remember anything.
Right. Oh,
you're talking about the whole thing. I see.
You're talking about the movie?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the movie.
No, I was talking about the whole series. This year's series was.
Well, that's because it was kind of my idea to watch the classic movies because Phil didn't want to do it.
I was down. I
spent the money last year, and Phil's like, "Hey, yeah, we'll watch those, and we'll tie it back to Castlevania," and then that didn't happen.
So yeah, take that, Phil. You bringing me up in your fucking thing about laughing at the cat. You know what you did.
So I sat on this for an entire year before we got around to watching.
Yeah, so like I said, if you guys enjoy it, if you're still here at 18 minutes, I mean, we're just rambling now. It's fun to get to 20-minute videos, especially because then you gotta do more footage. But
don't worry, I get to play ARMS for 20 minutes now.
So let's go back. We'll go back. So the Wolfman. He is in. I just wanted to take a little delay. The Wolfman is in like a shit ton of movies. Like, cause we looked up. I was looking at people's ages and stuff because I want to see when they died because he happened in the 30s. So, I was like, oh, when are all these people dying? And I was like, I want to see what this guy, cause last time, it wasn't last episode, but the Wolfman episode, I was just like, I wonder how many movies this guy's been in because he really sucked in this movie. I really hated him in this movie. And then find out he's like a key player.
Yeah, he's the Universal's Iron Man.
No, I know he's like. Yeah, let me see. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm talking as him. So Lon Chaney Jr. He's an American actor. He was born in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and died in.
You all getting a history lesson now.
Died in July 12th, 1973, San Clementine, California. So, let's see the movies. So you already heard this. So he's in The Wolfman. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. House of Frankenstein. The Ghost of Frankenstein. Abbott and Callisto meet Frankenstein. House of Dracula.
Wait, what? I don't remember House of Dracula.
Well, he was in the House of Dracula built. Son of Dracula, the Mummy's Ghost, the Mummy's Tomb, the Mummy's Curse, Spider Baby. I don't think that's part of it. Dracula versus Frankenstein. Yeah, he's probably in the background going, "Look at me, I'm Wolfman, I'm Wolfman."
Well, the thing about that one is if he's in the House of Frankenstein and the House of Dracula, he's probably their pet.
Probably.
And that's why they're fighting.
I don't know if we brought it up in Dracula, but in the underworld, the wolf people are slaves to Dracula or to vampires. I just call Dracula a whole race.
I mean, you might as well. He's the most prolific director.
He's in Invisible Man, Oh no, that's not part of it. Never mind. Instructable Man. Let's see. Is there any other? I don't think there's any other. Okay, so that was all of them. You know, here's also a tip fact too. I bet you he's of Mice and Men. That movie, you remember that movie?
Yeah, I know.
I bet you he was that stupid. I don't mean stupid, but in the movie he's supposed to play the stupid one.
Yeah,
he's mentally challenged. I bet you that's him. He probably plays a good part of that.
Oh, is he in that?
Yeah, that's 1939.
Huh. Yeah, I could see it because he's a big dude apparently.
Because that's what I was saying, or that's what I was thinking, is that the guy is a big guy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we're not done yet. This guy, because I'm making it longer, played in more movies than all these other actors. It was my least favorite one. So take that with what you will. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, leave in comments below if you want to see more of these.
Alright, we'll see you guys next year for Scarecorn Volume 3, which we haven't decided on a theme yet, so...
I think I know. Oh, well, no, if you made it this far. What's that anime, that cartoon that I high school,
Monster High?
Yeah! If you guys like it, if this gets 10 likes, we'll do Monster High.
I mean, there's 4 movies.
4 movies, Scarecorn 4, you don't have to watch 6.
Scarecorn 4.
Scarecorn 3. We're skipping the year. We're just going straight into it.
Yeah, we're going to take a year off, whatever. Okay, see you guys later.